All right, welcome back. We move to Wednesday now. And, of course, on Wednesday, we brought you breaking news on a murder in Thibodaux. A woman found dead in the city of Thibodaux. Well, we had Sheriff Craig Weber on the air that night explaining what took place. Let's listen in.
Lafourche Parish deputies are investigating a gruesome murder in Thibodaux, as a Gibson woman was shot and killed off Talbot Road in West Thibodaux near Waverly.
Well, about 4:30 this morning, the headquarters communications section received 3 phone calls from individuals who had noticed the body of a black female alongside the road, laying down, bleeding, and presumed either seriously injured or dead. Officers responded and located the victim, who appeared to be deceased from an apparent gunshot wound. The highway is Highway 3107, known as Talbot Avenue, near Highway 309, near the Bruley-Guiat Road. All indications are that the victim would have been shot at the location of where her body was located. Right now, our investigators are interviewing family members, friends, associates, anyone that would have had any connection or knowledge of her whereabouts.
Deputies are still looking into the case and have identified the victim as 38-year-old Catina Stewart of Gibson.
This does not appear to be an obvious motive, such as a robbery or drugs or anything along those lines. We would think that, in all likelihood, the perpetrator would have known the victim and maybe have been comfortable around the victim. It doesn't appear that she was running away or anything along those lines.
Certainly, I know that investigation is still ongoing, and we'll continue to bring you up to date on that. Also, on Wednesday night's program, I brought you information on bath salts and synthetic marijuana. As you know, HTV has been on the forefront of investigating stores which sell these products. And there were several promises made on the desk of Bayou Time. It all started off with the Sheriff's Department on the air trying to do something about it. It led to State Representative Joe Harrison and Gordy Dove making appearances at the Attorney General's office to better educate them on it. Then it led to the governor's office. He initially banned bath salts, but later found out there was not enough teeth in the ban, so therefore we had District Attorneys Joe H. Jr. and Cam Morvaunt on the desk. They promised to bring it back to the legislators, put more teeth in it, send it back to the governor. That's exactly what happened. And in a bill by Representative Template, both the House and Senate passed unanimously the bill, which is now on the governor's desk, to ban bath salt and synthetic marijuana in the state of Louisiana. That was part of the topic. We now show you some of that discussion and some of the phone calls that came in on Wednesday night.
You know, they got kids that's dying out there for food, and their parents using to buy liquor, and that's what you showed on the TV with us. We need to stop it.
Yeah, well, you saw the news.
I'm going to go to your place and talk on TV.
Okay, but you did see the news that the governor is going to, we hope he signs it. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't, but the governor has the bill on his desk that would ban not only bath salts, but synthetic marijuana.
Well, the only thing I got against it was when that doctor came on the TV the other night with you, and they work in the emergency room. I can't go get my boys checked.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Well, the thing with that is this: it's very hard to detect it. You can detect it from what I'm told, but the test now that's been developed is expensive. So most companies, though, I talked to a safety engineer the other day with a large oil company, and I think they're deploying it now as part of their arsenal. I think there are ways to detect it, although they're different than detecting regular marijuana, cocaine, and other stuff of that nature. So, but it is something that they're trying to deal with, I can promise you that. HTV, welcome to the program. You're on.
Mark.
Yes.
How are these stores selling this stuff? I thought it was illegal.
Well, here's the deal. It's now illegal. Well, it was illegal way back in, and let me make sure I got the date right, because we carried that. We were on top. In January, an executive order was issued by the governor, Bobby Jindal, banning bath salts from the state of Louisiana. So it was banned. However, the district attorneys didn't think that it would quite hold up because they didn't have enough teeth in it. So what they did, I know that Joe Waits Jr., our district attorney, Cam Morvaunt, Lafourche's district attorney, got together with all the district attorneys. And, matter of fact, they appeared on our show several times. They went to the legislature and said, we need a bill with some teeth in it that's not only going to address bath salts, but it's going to address the synthetic marijuana. That's what we have. That's the direction we're going in. And it was Representative Ricky Template. Some people say Template, some people say Template. So, tomato, who knows? Anyway, that bill is ready for the governor.
Hello, Mr. Martin?
Yes.
I know somebody that was smoking that have that stuff there, but you saying right now that it's not against the law.
Right. It's not against the law, although we have done everything on this show to tell you how harmful it is. It was not illegal because the substances they were using were not part of an illegal substance as of yet. But what the DA and the legislators hope to do with this bill that is going through, and the governor signs it, it makes certain parts of that synthetic marijuana illegal, the substances. So, therefore, it becomes an illegal substance. Just like marijuana, just like cocaine, just like any of the other ones, it makes it illegal.
Because I know someone that works for the oil company, and if they say they're testing him, he works for the oil company, and he's using it.
Well, not all oil companies are testing it, but I agree with you. It makes for very harmful work yard ethic. Suppose the guy that's smoking it and all messed up and he's hallucinating and he's working a forklift and somebody else's husband is right on the side of that forklift. It sure makes for a bad situation, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So I hear you loud and clear, but I will tell you this. I am proud of the fact that we stayed on it. I have had several safety people tell me, just in talking, that they have ramped up to try to find the workers that are on it, and they are looking for it because they do realize that it could put a person's life at risk and a company at risk. So they are looking for it.
I know a man, this guy here, he came rent a house with us, and we didn't know. But he blew some stuff in the shed, and we have a hot water heater in there, and it's hard all around. And I asked him what, he said he was scared of spiders. And I told him, I said, you can't leave all that closed up because I said you're going to blow up the house. So he took a little bit of it out. But when he moved, I seen all that stuff that you have in that picture there in his shed.
Wow.
And I called the detective, and they came here, and they put some gloves on, they took all that stuff. And they told me, you see, I asked me if I put that blue light that I had on top I said, no, it was a white light. He said, you take that blue light down because he says he lets his friends know that's what he has. When he's here, he has that he was smoking.
Yep, that's the signal.
That's a signal.
Yeah, so no, you did right, and if I'd go a step further without, putting yourself in harm's way, you can notify the company that he works for. That's the only way to stop this stuff. I mean, if my loved one was working at a company and somebody was working with them, was on this stuff, I sure wouldn't want them working side by side with somebody I love, somebody in my family or a friend or whatever. So,
That's right.
We got to stop it. As people, we have to stop it.
But we didn't think they were a nice couple, you know. We never thought anything about it, but we've seen a lot of company and all of that. But
Well.
when I seen all that stuff, I knew something was going wrong.
Well, hopefully it's in the right direction now, and I got to commend
Oh,
the district attorney, Joe Waits Jr. and Cam Morvaunt and all. They really, when he promised me on this desk that night that he was going to go for it, he went for it. And, you know, it's not always the most popular thing. I'm going to tell you, I got some convenience store mad as hell at me. But you know what? I don't really care. Because look how many lives that we potentially save by pulling this junk off the market.
well, I think if they find them with that stuff in their store, they ought to close them down for so many months.
But once
or
it's
pay
illegal,
a big fine.
once it's illegal, they can seize the store.
That's great.
They can seize it. And that's what the district attorney said. He said he's not going to just go in there and arrest them. He will seize the store. All right, there you saw it. A big issue. Hopefully, now that the laws will be enacted, it's going to be very tough to sell those products to the children in and around this area in the state of Louisiana. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the NSU History Department was on the set of HTV, and let's let them teach us a little bit about history when we come back.